Welcome to Craig's Gun Channel. In this video, we're going to cover the CAA MCK kit for the Glock 17. Around 2010, CAA released the Tactical Roni system for select Glock, Beretta, and SIG pistols. This system was a drop-in assembly that changed your pistol into a subgun configuration. It featured an adjustable stock, folding vertical front grip, full-length top Picatinny rail, aluminum muzzle shroud, as well as side rails. To utilize it, you had to attach the removable charging handle, pull a couple of pins, slide the front and rear sections apart, unfold the main assembly, position the pistol into one half, refold the assembly, return the front and rear sections, and reinstall the pins. It generally fit well, but was not a super fast or easy installation. However, the main limitation of the platform is that it created a short-barreled rifle in the eyes of the BATF, and therefore was subject to NFA paperwork, fees, and restrictions to be able to own one. Over the years since then, they've been further developing the concept, creating slightly different versions, eventually adding braced offerings as well as stock ones. Today, the flagship product is the MCK, or Micro Conversion Kit. This system is conceptually the same as the original Roni, however, instead of a stock assembly, it adds a folding brace as well as multiple Picatinny rails to allow for greater control and enhanced operational effectiveness. This new version greatly simplifies the installation process, and being a brace system does not require any NFA paperwork. In addition to providing the folding brace, it features a built-in charging handle, 12-inch long top rail, dual side rails, and a built-in angled foregrip, which also includes a built-in spare magazine holder. It's available in a variety of colors and for several popular pistol platforms. A variety of accessories are available, including built-in light and laser options, thumb rests, and even a knife accessory. I suppose if you want to bring a knife to a gunfight. Let's take a closer look. And before working on any firearm, you want to make sure it is free and clear of any ammunition. So we'll go ahead and take the magazine out. It is free and clear. Lock the slide. And as we can see, the chamber area is clear. So we're good to start working on the Glock 17. And of course, today is not really to work on the Glock 17. I have an accessory for the Glock, and we'll take a look at the MCK Micro Conversion Kit from CAA USA. This is a brace conversion kit to install a brace onto the Glock 17. So we'll go ahead and take a look here. And of course we have our manual. And we have the brace itself, and we have an installation tool. And we'll take a look here first at some of the features of the MCK brace. It does have a full top Picatinny rail. Now this, for the most part, is all made of polymer. The front barrel shroud is aluminum, so it is metal. It has side Picatinny rails on both sides, and it has the full rail along the top. Has a built-in angled foregrip. Of course, being a pistol, a braced pistol, when it's all finished, you cannot have an actual vertical foregrip. However, you can have kind of a grip assistance assembly. The whole intent of these braces is to allow additional support for the pistol to be able to shoot it, especially for those that might have limited arm and hand strength. So we'll take a look. Now, this has a folding the brace. It folds to make it a shorter package, and to release you would just lift up on the brace part and it locks into place. To fold it back over, that's the release button right there. You'd simply push in and then they can fold over. Now, it comes shipped in the configuration to fit on the slide length for a Glock 19. To make it for the longer slide of the Glock 17, you would loosen that front screw on the side rail on both sides, and you would simply take the screws out, pull the barrel shroud forward to the forward position, and then the screws will go into the front hole, and that just lengthens the barrel shroud farther forward to allow the longer slide to fit. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. So we'll take out this screw first. And you would pull it forward to the forward position. When it's in the forward position, you will see a 17 that shows up to denote that this is now set up for the Glock 17 length. Put the screw in the forward hole. And snug it down. You don't have to super tighten it, it's just going into aluminum. And that locks it in. So a couple other of the design features. The MCK brace, of course it is a brace, has the folding assembly, which we already looked at. This is the charging handle right here. And those serrations, let's see if you can see those. The serrations that are on there, those lock into the serrations on the rear of the slide, and that's how it grips the slide to be able to manipulate it. This little button here, it's on both sides, that is what operates the lock assembly. Internally, it locks into the front rail on the Glock to lock it in place. In addition, it locks in with this assembly here. This is your disassembly button right there. You simply push in on that, and if you notice on these little windows on both sides, it's got a little red indicator. That means it's locked into place. You'd push the button in, and when you push this in, you can slide this whole assembly backwards, and then it opens up. You'd then be able to slide your pistol in. So you just put the muzzle in first. And lock the rail in, make sure it's as far back as it'll go in that charging handle. And then you slide the pistol forward. You'll hear it click as it locks in place. You lower the trap door and then push forward, and it should show up in the windows. You want to keep pushing until the button pops out and locks into place, and the pistol is now installed in the brace. As you can see, this now operates the slide. With the magazine, of course, empty, the slide will lock back. You have access to the slide release of the original pistol right here. So you could just pull down. So the manipulation of the pistol is exactly the same. And that's pretty much it. It is very, very tight in this, so there's no problem as far as that goes. It's not loose in there at all. It's a very tight fit when it's all locked in. So a couple other features. This little lower, it looks like kind of like a barrel. That is actually just a placeholder section where it ships with. There's some accessories that you can get for this. And I went ahead and got the light accessory. It's a 500 lumen light, and it will lock into place there. So the little button on this one, it's the forward button, and there again, it's on both sides. You simply push in on those and then pull out the blank or dummy module and lock the light in. Now you can swap it around either way you want. I like the button on the right side so I can operate it with my thumb. And that's in. Now they also make a laser module that you can put in, so you can have a sighting laser as opposed to a light. Of course, you have plenty of rail space to put any other type of options that you might want on there as well. And as far as for a sight, I have this is just a little cheapy reflex sight that I picked up. I'm just going to pop it on there just to kind of play around with. Nothing that I want to use for anything serious, but there again, just for fun. You can just lock it into place, and there's pretty much you're ready to go. Now, to remove the pistol, basically, you would do just the opposite of installation. Oh, one other thing I forgot to point out, it does have a built-in releasable sling swivel mount there to mount quick detach swivel. And the front grip also has a cutout to hold an extra magazine. It just friction fits in there. These little tabs will friction fit and lock in the magazine, so you have to pull it out. So it holds an extra magazine. And I also went ahead and purchased these. They're basically front stabilizers. They lock onto the rail there, and they're just thumb rests, and you can put them in whatever position that you want. There again, the whole idea is just to give you more control over the firearm. So to remove the pistol, it's just the opposite of installation. You would push in on the button on the trapdoor. When it's pushed in, you'd slide the trapdoor back, pull it down. These buttons on either side that lock into the rail, you would pull down on both of them, and then just slide your pistol out, and then pull down and out. So that's the CAA MCK. For testing out the platform's capabilities, I opted to mount a red dot reflex sight to the top rail, and I headed out to the range. And as you can see, I need to adjust the sights a little bit. It's shooting a little bit to the left, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll get back to shooting some more. Okay, I've adjusted it a little bit. Let's go ahead and take some shots and see if that fixed it. Still a tad bit to the left. That's probably the only time. As you can see, the brace adds a lot of stability to the pistol platform. Makes it a really enjoyable gun to shoot. I really enjoy it so far. And of course, having the extra mass on it makes these not look quite so goofy. At the range, I found the increased contact offered by the brace system, as well as the top rail-mounted red dot, to be very helpful in target acquisition and follow-up shot placement. While this might not be for everyone, I think the increased control, ability to add lasers and lights while remaining a compact package, increases a 9mm pistol's overall effectiveness. As it's easy to put the pistol in or remove it, you still have the full capabilities offered by a standalone pistol should it be needed. In addition to just being fun, I think the system offers a good alternative to a PCC or other carbine for a home defense weapon. If nothing else, it makes for a fun range option. I hope that this information is of value, and if you like the video, I would ask that you hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more like this. At Craig's Gun Channel, my goal is to remain objective and honest about all of the opinions I express on the items I feature. I do not receive payment from any of the companies whose products I cover, and would ask you to please consider supporting the channel via Patreon or by purchasing CGC gear from my website. Links are in the description, and I do appreciate your viewership. I value your comments and feedback, and as always, until next week, stay safe.